Welcome to a wet day here at Thorpe Park Resort for a very short update from what's going on from just outside the park. Obviously we've got no access to the park, but there's a lot of work going on this winter period, including Easy Boulevard, which we won't be able to see, but we may see some of the removed Angry Birds theming at some point. There's a lot of work going on some of the rides, in particular Colossus. We know that Rush is being stripped down for this year as well. There's an upgrade to Double Tea Party already. There's a lot going on outside of the obvious Hyperia. So yeah, join us, short video, let's see what's happening at Thorpe Park. So let's start at the front of the park and Vortex. We pan slightly to the left, you will see Rush. Now every few years Rush is completely taken apart. It's not unusual, and this is one of those years it's happening. So everything is tested, everything is checked, and we understand this season it will be having a paint as well. So the arms are still at the bottom, well, the seats are still at the bottom, but the arms are completely removed from the ride. Now of course it's the track for the ride next to it that everyone wants to see, as that is being painted over the closed season. And this is the best place to look at Colossus. So we can see how far they've got at the moment by the brilliant blue that has been painted. And indeed the brilliant white, or cream, sorry. And there is a stark difference between the older track that hasn't been painted and the track that has, and indeed on the supports as well. So it is ongoing. There is a lot happening. Now we will check out the lift hill from the other side, but this is how far they've got so far. We did show this in our last Hyperia video, but the tent has now gone. The Canada Creek Railway tent has now gone, as this whole area is being cleared. Always a great one to look at during closed season is Nemesis Inferno, which is has one of the trains sitting on the brake run. I believe the maintenance shed can only fit one in. I'm not sure why the other one's not left in the station to work, and I'm sure there is a reason behind it because it is always out here. But again, it is great to see it sort of stripped back. No seats, no restraints on those ones, while it's worked on during the closed season. Doesn't look like there's any track work ongoing this year. Last couple of years have been quite a lot of track work going on. Looks like it's track work free this year. So there you have Nemesis Inferno and Double Tea Party. Obviously they did announce they were going to do some work on Double Tea Party around the fascia area. Not entirely sure why it's not changing at all. They did kind of just say they're upgrading it already, which is good to see. Now, as of course we walk down here, we can see at the Rumba Rapids area. Now they are actually working on this. They are actually cleaning. The cleaning machine just here was going on. I walked across and you can see chains and various bits as well, all kind of out as work is ongoing around the park and around here as well. And something we did notice when we first started coming down here for the Hyperia during the closed season, we didn't always walk this far. When we did walk this far, we checked that the boats were off, which they generally are this time of year. They were all just opened. They would kind of, Thorpe Park are renowned for just sort of leaving them open, to be fair, and not actually covering them up. And then all of a sudden they've started to be covered up. Now I say they've been covered up. They've obviously been covered up because they've got something inside. Now when we first come down there were about 4 covered up. There's now I would say 10 covered up, seemingly with the same thing inside. Now of course these don't have a particular part that comes out the middle, so it is very peculiar that they have something poking out. To be honest with you, I find it quite peculiar, and the reason why I say that, and I just don't believe that they're covered up, is the fact that as you walk a bit further along, this is how they tend to be, the boats. They tend to be completely uncovered. Now, if anyone knows, pop it in the comments. But they've definitely put something inside of them, which is the reason why they're covered, and they weren't covered on day one. They should cover them. I mean, the paint does get worn off. There you have it. A lot of people have been asking for just a short video of what's going on around Thorpe Park. Well, as you know, you can't see everything by any means, but we're taking you down to the front to show you the Colossus repaint. That's really, really good to see, and it's good to see it in person as well. Rush completely stripped down. Nemesis Inferno, Rumble Rapids, what's going on with that? It's being cleaned up, ready for next year. And of course, Double Tea Party. So there are still things we can see outside of Hyperia. It's going to be a big year for Thorpe Park next year, and we can't wait. Thank you for joining us here on UK Theme Parks. Please drop it a like, and we'll see you next time.